What's up, guys? This is Higgins with Legal Automations. I'm on a quest to try out every filament in every color, and on today's episode, we're taking a deep dive into CC3D's PLA Max in Grass Green. This one came found on Amazon, decent price. Comes in a nice little bubble wrap thing with a vacuum seal, which is always good to see. We're going to go ahead and get this open. It looks like, yeah, it has those little tabs, which is also very good to see. Came out relatively well. Didn't need to get the box cutter or anything like that open. One of the things, though, I do want to mention about this one is that had, it's nice green color, came with the filament tab if you need it. Just basically keeps it safe. This I was not a huge fan of, where it was like over and under, and yeah, I had to cut that off. Anyway, go and get this drive for 6 hours. You don't, so I'll see you soon. Anyway, we got the bench sheet loaded up, and we're going to go ahead and get this all sliced up. As you know, anytime we're working with a new filament, we print out a bench sheet just to make sure everything's fine. So we're going to go ahead and get this in the generic PLA settings from Bamboo Studio. It should take a little under an hour, and I'll get this and the test prints done. Alright, so we have the bench sheet printed in the generic settings. Everything looks alright for the most part. There is a little bit of stringing, and the back text needs some work, so we're going to see about fixing up those. Next up, we have the dimensional cube. This is 40 by 40 by 40 millimeters cubed. There was some lifting off the build plate. That's why you see it's not a perfect cube, but other than that, gonna get that fixed. As for temperature wise, we ended up working this one at 215. That one seemingly had the best results without the stringing or globbing that you would see on the spike there. Retraction test looks fine. A tad bit of stringing to begin with, but other than that, nothing too major. So again, something to work on as we get the settings dialed in. The speed test, though, went not so hot for max volumetric speed. So I'm going to suggest that you reduce this. This would probably be around like 18, maybe 20, 21 for max volumetric speed. Usually I would print, PLA relatively quick, but something to be worked out on. The overhang test 2 also did not do so hot for whatever reason. It lifted from build plate around 50, and that became an issue. Tried this again, and similar results happened. But overall, we got everything dialed in a little bit, tried to rectify some things, and it turned out well. No real major dimensional issues or anything like that when it comes to that. As for the price, this one over at Amazon you can get for $15.99 at time of filming. If this is the color that you're looking for, this one's pretty good. That was one of the reasons why I ended up taking a look at this one, is that I needed this for a determined project soon. But overall, I'd say pretty good. So my overall thoughts of this one, apart from a couple of the smaller issues when it came to like the packaging and where we're going with this, I'd say pretty good. There were obviously some issues in the printing aspects that we were able to work out. Just kind of be aware of that. If you're not new to PLA and new to 3D printing, probably wouldn't recommend starting out with this particular brand. Just my 2 cents with that, even though it is relatively cheap, but sometimes you get what you pay for. So it's something where you kind of just want to set it and forget it, and maybe look elsewhere. If you're okay with dialing in things, I'd say go for it. Anyway, this has been the review of CC3D's PLA Max in Grass Green. If this is the type of content that you like, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to Legal Automations. This has been Higgins, and so I hope to see you next time. Be sure to be kind to each other, and I will see you soon. Thanks.